So think of the war as being spread out throughout the colonies, right? Because you still had British soldiers, now you have the militia, all that stuff. So it wasn't just in like one particular city or location. It was all over the colonies. But that's why they needed so many people. They were trying to get more and more people because they needed a constant flow to these different locations where the fighting was happening, where the battles were. It says the war turned to the south, where the British won victory after victory until the Americans, aided by a large French army with the French Navy blocking off the British ships from supplies and reinforcements, won the final victory of the war at Yorktown, Virginia. Remember that the British beat the French in that war. So the French wanted to help the American colonists against the British to get back at the British for the fact that they won the war. In the midst of the war in Philadelphia, which Eric Foner describes as a time of immense profits for some colonists and terrible hardships for others, the inflation led to agitation and calls for action. It says prices rose in 1 month that year by 45%. Can you? 45% in 1 month. And is it surprising that a few people made money and the rest didn't? No, of course not. Ooh. In May of 1779, the first company of Philadelphia artillery petitioned the assembly about the troubles of the middling and poor and threatened violence against those who are avariciously intent upon amassing wealth by the destruction of the more virtuous part of the community. In other words, the first company of Philadelphia artillery was letting the assembly know that if you're rich and you're amassing wealth, you are destroying the community. You're destroying the community. But guess what? They already knew that. They don't care. The rich people didn't care. But I bring that up because it's like people were trying to go to the assembly, trying to do this. They were trying to communicate, but they were speaking to a wall. The rich people did not care, did not want to care, and never had any interest in listening to what the everyday people needed. Okay? That was not part of the plan. The plan here was for them to make money. And the other plan was to figure out a way to get the poor people to stop talking. Time and time again, you will see that, okay?